Hello guys, welcome to Sean's another calculator tutorial here. Today we're gonna go over how to change your answers or how to change numbers from fraction to decimal and vice versa, decimal to fraction. Okay, it's pretty simple but easy to forget. So what I would recommend you guys is take out your calculator and just kind of like follow what I'm about to do here. Okay. So let's bring out your calculator, and here I have my calculator software, and let's turn it on and let's get started. So if you have a lot of stuff on the screen, I would recommend you guys clean it up by hitting clear. And here. So let's say I wanted to do some operation, something like 1 divided by 2. And if I hit enter, I get 0.5 as my answer, right? And 0.5 is decimals. But let's say I wanted my answer in a fraction, not decimal. How can I change that? Here, I'll show you this new thing. If you look under your or below your alpha key, alpha is that green key on your calculator, and if you look below that, you'll see a math button. And if you push this math button here, you'll see there's several tabs pop up, and what we want here is the first two. Okay, so the first one with the triangular shape that is colored in black and says frac means you want to change whatever that is on the left into a fraction answer. So I'll show you how to use this in a minute here. And the second one is whatever is on the left, you want to change that into a decimal answer. So since I want to change 0.5 into a fraction, I would have to choose the first one, right? So I just highlight the first one, and by the way, you can move around with your arrow keys here, and then just highlight the first one and hit enter. If you do that, what happened? There's a little thing called ANS left side of this triangular shape, right? And that ANS right there, I explained in the previous video, said this means calculators trying to access whatever the answer you got from the previous operation. So my previous operation was 1 divided by 2. So calculator took that answer and then kind of substituted into here. Okay, so this is pretty much saying 0.5 to fraction. So since I wanted 0.5 to fraction, I just hit enter, and guess what? There's a fraction answer. Nice. You can also use this by typing number that you wanted to change into fraction. So for example, 0.589 or something like that. Okay, 0.589. I wanted to know what this decimal's fraction would be. So I just go to math here, hit math, and then since I wanted to know what the fraction would be, I highlight the first one and hit enter. Notice on the left side of this triangular shape, now I have my number that I wanted to change. So once you do that, just hit enter here, then you will see 589 over 1000. And this answer should be in the simplest form. So for example, if it was like 0.58, so if you were to change this into fraction here, your answer is supposed to be 58 over 100, right? But what the calculator is going to do is that it's gonna simplify it even more so that it gives you the simplified answer. So watch this. If you hit enter, you will see 29 divided by 50 because 2 was being able to divide it into both 58 and 100. So that's why it gives you simplified fraction. Okay, then now how about we change fractions into decimal? For example, From the previous video, we found out how to type a fraction numbers, right? So if you hit alpha and y equals, you'll be able to access this tab here. And if you hit first one, you will see fraction. And let's just type in something like 1 divide by 3 and times like a 1/6 or something like that. So another fraction, and 1 divide by 6. Okay, move it to right, and okay, so what's the answer? So we get 1 over 18 as my answer. But I didn't want 1 over 18. I wanted a decimal answer. How can I change that? Same stuff. So what we gotta do is we gotta go to Math tab and then hit go down with your keyboard or that arrow key, and then hit second one and hit enter. Once you do that, guess what? So they took that answer again, which my answer was 1 over 18 because that was my recent one, and it's gonna convert it into decimal. So if I hit enter now, it's gonna change that 1 over 18 into a bunch of huge decimal there. And so yeah, so this gets very useful if you want to change your answers into fraction to decimal or decimal to fraction, because some teachers are really very strict about getting exact answer. Then I would recommend you guys change your decimals into fraction and then work with those fractions. Okay, so for this one you can also use your own fraction and change it into decimal. For example, let's build our own fraction, something like 46 divided by like 55 or something like that, and I want to change that into a decimal. Just go to the second one here and then hit enter. Then now it's gonna change that 46 divided by 55 into decimals, and if I hit enter here, notice I get this huge decimal number. Yeah, so that's it for how you change your answers to fraction to decimal and decimal to fraction. I hope you guys try more on your own and then get used to it, because this is very useful. Okay, so if you guys have any questions, please leave questions on the comments below, and if you want more calculator tutorials or other tutorials, please subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks.